Taurus, you're ignoring something your instincts already know. There's someone close to you, someone you trust, someone you consider safe, who is about to do something that will completely take you by surprise. And it won't be a good surprise. You're not imagining things when you feel that strange tension around this person, when you notice small changes in their behavior, when you notice those heavy silences that weren't there before. Your body is already trying to warn you, but your rational mind continues to ignore the signs, because you don't want to believe that this specific person would be capable of letting you down. But she is, and she will, and it will happen sooner than you think. What I'm about to reveal in the next few minutes will shake everything you believe about loyalty, trust, and the people you allow into your life. I'm going to show you exactly who this person is, how to identify the signals they're sending right now, and most importantly, how to protect yourself before it's too late. Because Taurus, you have a natural gift for building solid and lasting relationships, but you also have a dangerous vulnerability. You take so long to trust that when you finally trust someone, you completely lower your guard. And it is precisely this vulnerability that is being exploited right now. The truth I need to tell you is harsh, but necessary. Not everyone deserves your loyalty. Not everyone who smiles at you has good intentions, and the person who is about to do the unexpected is precisely the one you would never suspect. They know your weaknesses. They know exactly how to manipulate you. They have access to your life in a way that few people do, and they are using all of this against you in such subtle ways that you don't even realize you're being played. Can you feel that discomfort in your stomach when you think about this specific person? Even if your mind is still trying to justify and defend them. Stop for a second and think. Is there someone in your life who has recently been making you feel strange? Not necessarily bad, but different? Someone whose words sound right, but whose actions leave you confused? Someone who says they support you, but always finds subtle ways to belittle you? Someone who seems to be on your side, but you feel a strange energy when they're near? That's the person, and they're preparing to do something that will deeply shock you. What makes this even more painful is that you probably gave this person multiple chances. You ignored red flags that any other sign would have noticed immediately. You justified questionable behavior because you value stability in your relationship so much that you prefer to keep things as they are rather than face the uncomfortable truth. But Taurus, there comes a point where ignoring reality becomes more dangerous than facing it. And you've reached that point now. The action this person is planning, or is already carrying out, relates to three main areas of your life. For some Taurians, it's about financial or material matters. This person may be taking advantage of your generosity or using resources you've shared in ways you never authorized. For others, it's about relationships and connections. This person may be sowing seeds of discord between you and other important people in your life, creating false narratives about you behind your back. And for a third group, it's about your reputation or position. This person may be subtly sabotaging your opportunities, posing as a friend while dragging you down. Regardless of which category you fall into, the pattern is the same. This person has figured out how to appear helpful while actually harming you. How to appear loyal while betraying you. How to appear trustworthy while manipulating situations for their own benefit. And the reason they can do this so effectively is because you, Taurus, tend to see goodness in others even when it doesn't exist. You project your own integrity onto the people around you and assume they operate with the same values as you. But not everyone has the same ethics. Not everyone deserves the benefit of the doubt you insist on giving. When was the last time you trusted someone who later deeply disappointed you, and you swore you would never let it happen again, but are letting it happen again now? Taurus, I need you to understand the gravity of what I'm revealing. This isn't a minor situation that will resolve itself. This isn't a temporary phase of awkwardness that will pass. This is a deliberate betrayal orchestrated by someone you trust, and it will hit you in a way that will take time to recover from Unless you take action now, the next few days are crucial. You have a very small window to recognize who this person is, confront the situation, and protect yourself before the damage is irreversible. I'll give you specific signs to identify this person with absolute certainty. First, pay attention to those who ask too many questions about your personal life, especially about sensitive areas like finances, relationships, or future plans. This person is gathering information not because they genuinely care, but because they are looking for vulnerabilities they can exploit. Second, observe those who offer unsolicited help excessively. Genuine generosity is quiet and without expectations. Manipulative generosity is loud, performative, and always comes with emotional demands afterward. Third, identify those who always find ways to make you feel guilty or indebted. This is a classic manipulation tactic, making you feel you owe something so they can control your decisions. Fourth sign, this person speaks ill of others in front of you, especially people who were close to you. They are trying to isolate you, cutting off your genuine connections to have more control over you. Fifth, they praise you in your presence, but you discover they say different things about you when you're not around. Sixth, they always have an excuse ready when confronted about questionable behavior. They never take responsibility, always blaming others or external circumstances. And seventh sign, perhaps the most important, you feel exhausted after interacting with this person. Even when the conversation seems pleasant on the surface, you end up feeling drained, confused, or restless. If you've identified 3 or more of these signs in a specific person, that's the person I'm warning you about, and I need you to understand. They know exactly what they're doing. This isn't a misunderstanding or a lack of communication. It's conscious and deliberate manipulation. They've studied you, they know your patterns, they know your weaknesses, and they're using all of this strategically. The question now is, what are you going to do with this information? The unexpected action this person is about to take, or is already taking, will force you to make a decision you've been avoiding for a long time. You will need to choose between your need for stability and your need for integrity, between maintaining superficial peace or defending your true interests, between the illusion of a secure relationship or the reality that you deserve genuine connections based on true mutual respect. For Taurus individuals born between April 20th and April 30th, this person has likely been in your life for at least a year. They are someone you consider established in your reality, perhaps even part of your daily routine. For those born between May 1st and May 10th, this person may be more recent in your life, someone who appeared in the last few months and quickly became important, perhaps too quickly. And for those born between May 11th and May 20th, this person may be someone returning to your life after a period of distance, bringing old energy you thought you had overcome. What you all have in common is that you gave this person a level of access to your life that they don't deserve and aren't honoring. And now they're going to use that access in a way that will show you exactly who they really are beneath the mask they've been wearing. But here's what the universe wants you to know. This revelation, however painful, is a gift, because it's better to discover the truth now than to invest more years of your life in someone who was never genuine from the start. Are you ready to accept that you need to cut this person out of your life, even if it means temporary discomfort and rearranging your reality? Taurus, I know that confrontation and conflict go against your nature. You value peace, harmony, and tranquil relationships. The idea of having to confront someone, especially someone close to you, probably makes you anxious. But there's a difference between true peace and false tranquility. True peace comes from being surrounded by genuine people who respect you. False tranquility comes from ignoring real problems to avoid temporary discomfort. And what you have with this person isn't peace. It's a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. When her actions are finally fully revealed, you will go through some predictable emotional phases. First will come shock. You simply won't believe this person was capable of this. Then will come denial. You will try to find alternative explanations, justifications that make her behavior seem less serious. Then will come anger. When you finally accept the betrayal, you will feel intense fury at the violation of your trust. And finally will come clarity, when you look back and realize all the signs you ignored, all the times your intuition tried to warn you, but you chose not to listen. But here's what I need you to understand. You don't need to wait for her to act before making your decision. You can choose to act preventively now. You can set clear boundaries. You can reduce her access to your life. You can start protecting yourself before you are hurt even more deeply. Because the truth is, the longer you wait, the more damage she will cause. Every passing day is another day where she is consolidating her position, gathering more information, creating more dependence. How you handle this situation will set an important standard for the rest of your life. If you choose to ignore the signs again, if you decide to give it another chance, if you opt to keep the peace instead of defending your dignity, you will repeat this pattern with other people in the future. But if you choose to honor your intuition, set firm boundaries, and remove this person from your life, you will send a clear message to the universe that you respect yourself too much to accept betrayal disguised as friendship. And here's something that might surprise you. When you finally cut that person off, you'll feel a profound relief that will confirm it was the right decision. That constant tension you didn't even realize you were carrying will disappear. You'll breathe deeper. You'll sleep better. You'll have more energy to invest in people who truly deserve your presence. Because the energy you waste trying to make a toxic relationship work is energy you steal from genuine relationships that could be flourishing. Taurus, your capacity for loyalty is one of your greatest strengths, but it can also be your greatest weakness if you give that loyalty to the wrong people. And this person is wrong. It doesn't matter how long they've been in your life. It doesn't matter how many good memories you share. It doesn't matter how many times they've helped you in the past. If they're betraying you now, none of that matters, because true loyalty is unconditional. Genuine people aren't loyal only when it's convenient. They're loyal always. The actions this person takes will also reveal other people in your life. It will show who truly supports you and who was just riding the wave while it was easy. Some people will try to convince you to forgive, to forget, to give them another chance. These people don't have your best interests at heart. Either they are being manipulated by the same person who betrayed you, or they have their own reasons for wanting you to maintain toxic relationships. The people who truly love you will support you in establishing healthy boundaries and removing negative influences from your life. Pay attention to how this person reacts when you start to distance yourself. If they were genuine, they will respect your boundaries. If they were manipulative, they will intensify their manipulation tactics. They will make you feel guilty. They will play the victim. They will try to convince you that you are being unfair, exaggerating, paranoid. They will use your own insecurities against you. This reaction will be the final confirmation that you made the right decision in distancing yourself. The universe is giving you this warning now because you deserve the chance to protect yourself before you are hurt even more deeply. It's giving you the opportunity to choose your own dignity instead of waiting until the situation forces you to react. It's showing you that you have more power in this situation than you imagine. The power to choose who has access to your life, the power to set high standards for your relationships, the power to say no, even when it's difficult. And here's the biggest lesson behind this whole situation. You've been so focused on being stable and reliable for others that you've forgotten to demand that others be stable and reliable for you. You've given without limits, trusted without checking, invested without guarantees. And while your generosity of spirit is beautiful, it needs to be accompanied by discernment. You can be loving and still have firm boundaries. You can be generous, and still protect yourself from those who want to exploit that generosity. The person who is about to disappoint you isn't the first, and probably won't be the last if you don't learn this lesson now. But it could be the last if you choose to use this experience as a turning point, as the moment when you decided that your inner peace is worth more than keeping up appearances, that your authenticity is worth more than avoiding conflict, that your well-being is worth more than the approval of people who don't deserve you. You're going to start seeing this person with completely new eyes. Behaviors you ignored will stand out with crystal clarity. Patterns you justified will reveal themselves for what they truly are: systematic manipulation. And you'll wonder how you didn't see it before. The answer is simple. You didn't want to see, because seeing would mean having to act, and acting would mean discomfort. But now that you know, you can no longer ignore it. Ignorance is no longer an option. The specific action this person will take will happen at a time when you are especially vulnerable or preoccupied with other things. They strategically waited for this moment. When you are dealing with other challenges, when your attention is divided, when you are emotionally exhausted, because they know that in this state you are less likely to question, confront, or defend your own interests. But now that you are alerted, you can remain vigilant even when other areas of your life are demanding your attention. Taurus, what I'm revealing isn't meant to make you paranoid or suspicious of everyone around you. It's meant to make you more aware, more selective, more protective of your own energy. The genuine people in your life will pass through this new filter without any problem, but those who were taking advantage of you will be exposed. And that's exactly what needs to happen so you can build truly solid relationships based on real, mutual respect. When all this is over, when you've confronted the situation, removed that person from your life, and begun to rebuild, you will look back and be grateful. You will be grateful for having discovered it in time. You will be grateful for the strength you discovered within yourself to do what was necessary. You will be grateful for the clarity you gained about who deserves your time and energy. And above all, you will be grateful for having chosen yourself instead of choosing a false peace that would only keep you trapped in a toxic dynamic. You'll also discover that you have far more support than you realize. People who truly see you, value you, and respect you will appear or become more present in your life as soon as you create space by removing those who shouldn't be there. The universe doesn't leave vacuums. When you remove what is toxic, it fills it with what is nourishing. But you need to do your part first. You need to have the courage to create that space. The decision is in your hands now. You can continue ignoring the signs, hoping that magically the situation will improve, giving more chances to someone who has already proven they don't deserve them. Or you can choose to honor your intuition, protect your energy, and establish the standard that you only accept genuine people into your life. One choice keeps you trapped in a cycle of betrayal and disappointment. The other frees you to build real relationships based on true trust. And remember, what this person does isn't about you. It's not because you weren't good enough, loyal enough, generous enough. It's about their character, their choices, their values. You can't control other people's actions, but you can control who you allow into your life and how much access you give them. Use that power wisely. Use it now. Share in the comments if you recognize these signs in someone. Sometimes putting it into words gives you the strength you need to finally act. Subscribe to the channel now because you'll need guidance on how to handle the situation after confronting it, how to recover from betrayal, how to rebuild your trust, not only in others but in yourself, how to identify genuine people so that this doesn't happen again. Turn on notifications to receive support at every step of this protection and rebuilding process. Taurus, you didn't expect this person to do this, but now you know they will, and that knowledge gives you power. The power to choose yourself, the power to set boundaries, the power to create a life surrounded only by people who truly deserve you. Use that power. Don't let this person surprise you because you were afraid to believe the truth your instinct already knew. You deserve so much more than that.